We're here at the 25th anniversary of the Hueco Rock Rodeo.
The AAC hired us to film the highlight reel this year.
And Cold House Media is going behind the scenes of what it's like to film a live event.
Hey bud, it's Vince. It is the 28th. Hope you're doing well out in New Zealand. I am touching base. Just got off the phone with Kate Tierney. She's got some questions for us for the shoot. Give me a call anytime.
And we came up with the idea of the BTS before the event. So aside filming the event itself, I was filming the behind the scenes so I could be editing it. And I was honored to be the official drone pilot.
Yeah, we thought that it would be nice to do a behind-the-scenes video of a documentary-style film. Even though we don't do this a lot, this is a cool way to show people how we approached it and how we filmed it and put it together.
Josh, what are you doing in the bathroom?
Not what I should be doing.
We are setting up the GoPro so we can get a nice time-lapse of everything happening here.
Okay, how's that?
Focus. I don't know how to use my autofocus yet. When should we go to Best Buy?
Getting that scan disc. What else do we need here at Wally World, Vince?
We need some more hard drives.
These.
As many as you possibly can.
We're being recorded.
I think it looks like you might be stealing things.
Our main goal was to not have a climbing porn, but really to show everything about the event itself.
I'm in a closet. I'm filming the Chalk Talks.
How is it that you can climb as well as you do?
We are filming the 7:30 a.m. coffee.
I'm trying to get like a audio of just the different communities, their aspects of why they think the rodeo exists.
And we're gearing up for the first activity, which is nut climbing. It's gonna be a beer run. So we're gonna give that GoPro to one of the runner, and we're gonna see his run.
25th anniversary. Everybody with a beer has a smile.
So there happened to be rain for the first time in a year in Hueco, and the Saturday event got canceled, got moved to Sunday. There were hundreds of people there, so we had to get a little creative with our interview locations, and luckily we had a van with really terrible lighting and okay sound. So yeah, we are in the Cold House Media van, and we're setting up an interview for Jason Keel.
Oh, it's like that remote right there. Maybe it's more like this, where it's like, kill it like that. Yeah, scoot that over a little bit more. You can take a look at our very high quality, this is a specialty light that we ordered straight from the sun.
With a little bit of post-production work, it turned out all right. Maybe not everyone noticed it was in a van in the rain at night.
Yeah, and I know this isn't the best backdrop and sound.
Your name, your position here, how long you've been at it, and that kind of thing. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, at your convenience. Yeah. Cool. Cool. Easy as that. Yeah.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Took us longer to set up than for you to say what you needed. That was great.
We wanted to add a real local flavor to the film. We did this intentionally by organizing interviews with very different characters. Having a local who is passionate about their crag adds a lot of honesty and passion to the interviews. We interviewed so many unique individuals with all their own versions of Hueco's history. The challenge is weaving it all together into one compelling story.
A very important part for us is food and drinks. So we cook that ourselves.
What are you doing, Shaq?
Making lunch.
What are you doing, Vince?
Waiting for lunch.
We of course wanted to refuel, but at the same time the other people were having meals, and that's something we wanted to get on camera. So either it's eating a quesadilla or an ice cream, we would always have the camera on our shoulders, whatever we were doing.
What do you guys have?
Ice cream!
Ice cream!
Churros.
Ice cream! Churros! Funnel cake! That'll be $15.25, please.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I've been to the Hueco Rock Rodeo event as a climber the years before, so that was really helpful for me to be there behind the camera because I kind of knew like, all right, after pancakes and coffee in the morning, everyone throws pads in a trailer and drives into the park.
We're heading to East Mountain right now. We're gonna connect with Keenan and Toshi as they pull down on some hard blocks. Just got to the Flame. The boys are gonna start probably warming up on it or something. It's down in a hole though, so we're gonna have to get dirty. So those guys are gonna go to Phantom Limb next, but we were thinking maybe we just go down there to hang, film, just fly the drone for a minute and then go back up to Phantom. We're at Phantom Limb and there's 13 people with cameras and 3 climbers. We're splitting up. Vince, you is gonna go to full throttle and full service, and Charlotte and I are gonna run up some slabs, snipe people with the 200 and a drone. Boom.
It's 5 o'clock. Sun is setting. We just ran all around mountains. East Spur, east and north. We got hard crushers crushing. We got Graham, young crusher from Boston, on camera. We got some ladies crushing it, having a good time. We got guides guiding. Shout out to Zach, best guide in Hueco, hire him. Job well done. Let's go. Yeah.
Post-production also included production on site. We sat down a few times to just brainstorm about the event and what we can do. We had a few downtimes during the weekend, so we took advantage to start editing and sorting the footage, checking the interviews to see if we had good information and what we could ask for the next interviews.
Yeah, part of the editing process is sifting through hours of footage for minutes of video. So as Cold House Media, we don't actually have an office. Our office is basically where we are with our laptops and hard drives and cameras and things like that. Vince is in Maine, stationed there, basically works out of his house there, and Charlotte and I are on the road, and we're in the middle of a world tour right now. So our stop right after Hueco was in Puerto Rico. We're here in Puerto Rico, working off of generator power, and I came up with our rough timeline. We've all talked about it, Vince, Charlotte, and I. We've talked about the outline and filmed accordingly to what we needed to put in the video, but now it's time to make sense of it and make a story out of it. So I just emailed Kate for some historic photos and maybe some videos that the AAC might have from previous years. And we got this cool thing from a news channel. So I did some screen and audio recording to throw in some historic footage and to really push the access issues that Hueco ran into years ago. Some of our meetings and phone calls with the AAC and Vince were in the middle of the jungle underneath a boulder.
Potentially do a rough review on everything on the 8th.
So I just exported the final version from Premiere. Looking good, sounding good.
We chose to drop a 30-second teaser about 3 days before the feature, just to drum up more interest and build some psych ahead of time. Having your fingers on the pulse of the industry really helps you know the how, when, and where of the release. As a documentarian, you have to be ready to adapt. That's something I love. I love the challenge of things changing, it raining for the first time in a year, and having to change the schedule out. It's always been fun working with Josh and Charlotte because of how dynamic they are.
Vince and I have been working together for a long time. With Vince's background being in wedding photography and always running and gunning, he definitely had some good tips, like have a SD card and battery in your back pocket while you're running around. And then working with Charlotte, my significant other, who's sitting on the other side of the camera right now laughing. Yeah, it's really fun to share projects together and be able to work together.
And it was really good to work with Josh and Vince, who had a really different experience that complemented each other. That's it! The loop has been looped and the BTS is over.